Hey, it's Chris again with C&H Auto Accessories coming from hot Margate, Florida. And today I got something for the first time. You know me, I love that new stuff. Something you might not have seen before. No one else is doing it, but we're doing it. What am I talking about? Well, before we get started, that is our telephone number right there. So if you have questions, call the store. You can also ask us questions about this YouTube video. Now, since this is kind of a custom job, I'm going to show you this will not have a link on here. So you have to call the store in order to get this. So what is it? Come on over here. You read the title, so you kind of know. We got a nice American work cover by Truck Covers USA, and we put it on with the deck system, the Toolbox. Now, this funny thing is, the customer actually called me up and he said, you know what, I want to have those together. And of course I said, no, they don't do that. He goes, no, I called them. I go, you called them? They said they could do it. I'm like, I didn't know that. So my customer actually educated me a little bit. He wanted the deck toolbox because the main thing is, if you look inside here, by the way, we are a deck dealer, it's got a ton of space in here. So this is a very large toolbox, and having this set up really makes life really good. He trailers a lot of stuff. He needs all his tools and all the things he goes on a trip with, and this does work. Now, I had to measure the rails. He came in here. We spent a good 20 minutes measuring everything, make sure, and we ordered it per the specs of his truck, and it worked out really good. Take a great look. Go ahead, buddy, pull this camera. You would never guess this was a custom job. This looks so good. I'm really quite impressed. Buddy did the install. He's behind the camera, our master tech. And you know what, pretty much by the numbers. Now, this is the first time doing it, but of course, Buddy's been doing this a long time now, so nothing phases him, which is good. We had to do a few little things, and we'll go over that in just a few seconds. So got a good look on everything here, Buddy. So let's go and open the tailgate here. Now, as you know, I like truck cover. Actually, I don't even say I love Truck Covers USA, and the American roll cover is one of my favorites, and I'll tell you why. This got some features that no one else does. Like, for example, this part here, that's the only company that's doing this, by the way. Now, this cover here holds 500 pounds, which is the top of the scale for a rolling cover. It is a matte black cover, and it's got a nice 2-year warranty, and it's got a nice powder coated finish on here. But besides all those great features here, it's got one of the best locks. Now, I'm going to tell you what I mean by that. Well, you got a lock on top here, and you can open the key and it will unlock the cover. But it also has this right here, which unlocks it as well. So I'm going to go ahead and pull this. Now, if you notice, he does have a fifth wheel in here, and the cover does clear it just fine. Now, we had to do a few things. For example, when we do it this setup, the hose was not long enough to reach to the back, so we had to add extensions to it. But, you know, we were able to make it all work, no problem. I like this cover. It does have a very small canister here. Of course, I had to get around there we go. Now, this opens up very, very quickly, and it does have locks. You hear that little click noise? Those are your stops. Now, this one has more stops than most. Now, why is that good? Well, if you want to put something in there and you want to put the cover very close to some tall item, you can. I believe it's every 6 or 8 inches, something like that, which is better than most here. So, and as you can see, it works just fine here. Now, when you go to close this is the only cover. When you close it, it locks. You do not have to take your key out and lock it. It closes, it locks. So you close the tailgate, you close the cover. As long as you locked your tailgate, your cover is locked. Now, if you have to use a key to unlock it, you can, but I tell you this, I had this cover in my truck for years, and I liked it. I used the key one time to make sure it actually worked. Then I never used the key again, because if I closed it, it locked, and all I had to do is open the tailgate and pull this to unlock it. So super, super convenient. I think this is a great cover, and of course, having that feature of working with the deck system here. Now, it does work with other toolboxes. Basically, what we did with this guest is we measured the rails, and now I gotta admit, this deck box, the toolbox, works super good with this cover. I like how it looks, because as you know, Truck Covers USA does have a built-in toolbox that works with the cover. They only come in a semi-gloss. Now, a lot of times people want to get with the matte finish. Now, this toolbox in the matte finish, the cover's a matte finish, so doing it this way, you can have the best of both worlds. So if you want to use your own toolbox, or you can use the toolbox that comes with it, Truck Covers USA are the only ones who are doing this. I work with all the companies out there, and they're American made, and they're actually made in California, and they do a terrific job. I have a great rapport with the company. They're so good with taking care of my customers and stuff. And it's funny, I actually had, I've been doing business for 15 years, and I think my very first warranty came up a couple of months back, and I called them up and go, I actually have a warranty issue. And they, really? I go, yeah, 15 years, first time having a warranty. Talk about quality of product, you know? And you know, I was like, I didn't even know what to do. I have never called them before because I never had a problem before. So it's nice to know, of course, they took care of my customer. I love this look. The most important thing, it works really well. It works with his fifth wheel, works with his toolbox. This is kind of, he's probably gonna be one of the few people who had this. Of course, after you see the video, I wouldn't be surprised more people call me up and say, you know what? I saw that setup with your deck and the fifth wheel, and I want to do the same thing. And I said, yes. By the way, we're also a BMW dealer here. If you look over on the fifth wheel, it's BMW. Not the car, but the fifth wheel company. And we do both the deck system and the BMW. Now, you already had these, but if you did like this setup, we can do all of it for you. Again, if you want this, you would have to come to the store. I got to measure everything. I got to see what toolbox you have. So just like I did with this guest, he came in here, we sat there together, we went over everything, and it worked perfect. I mean, the only problem we had was we had to extend the drainage system for the front, and it really wasn't a problem. We just had to make it longer. But beyond that, everything went by the numbers. Again, it was our first time doing it, but it's not our first time doing a Truck Covers USA. And by the way, having this big strap here, this really makes it easier. If he ever was to lift his vehicle, it just makes it easier open and close. If you like this, call me at the store. I'll put our telephone number at the bottom of this YouTube video, and it will get all your information. Now, you can give me the measurements, but you do take a risk of, if you measure wrong, you'll get the rails wrong. This guest didn't want to take that chance. He came here and let me do all the measurements. So if there is a mistake, it's not his fault, it would be my fault. And as you can see, I did not make a mistake. Everything. By the way, if you look here, he put some nice bed caps, and look how that rail looks with that bed cap. Boy, does that look good. I mean, they match, everything matches perfectly. All this matte finish. I tell you, this is an older truck, but boy, does this man take good care of his truck. I love this setup. I love this truck. And I keep saying I love Truck Covers USA. Again, give me a call here at C&H Auto Accessories. I put the address, the phone number, and all that. I could put the link for this without the modifications on the bottom, but if you want this setup, you gotta give me a call. And before I go, hit that like button. You like what you see here? We're doing stuff no one else is doing. This, again, you probably will never see this video because I don't think anyone else is doing it. And we like doing these light customs. I don't do a complete custom. We're building something from scratch. We take something that's already a good product and we make it work. And that's what we did here today. Again, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Thank you.